Hey, what's going on, guys? John Santos, and once again, welcome to this channel where we help entrepreneurs start and grow their business ASAP. Now, in today's video, what I'm going to cover is a very common question I get when meeting you guys in person, and it's how do I securely process credit card transactions so everything is encrypted and I'm not being at fault if anything happens. All right, we're going to cover that in this video, so stick around. So the payment processing question, it's something that can seem very daunting and intimidating when you're first starting out. Some of the questions that continue coming up is like cybersecurity, like how do I make sure people are landing on my site and they don't see that there's like fraud or any kind of crazy things happening with it. It's like online security is very important for everyone. So as an entrepreneur, you always want to make sure that you're protecting your customers and that they're having a very safe and secure experience all on your site. So there's a bunch of different methods, and in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up as if you were charging customers with credit cards in person, and then if you're a retail store, an e-com store selling products online. So payment gateways are pretty much the gateway to getting money into your bank account. And there's different methods of doing that. If you're a service-based business, meaning you're not selling products online, then you would have a little bit different setup than if you were selling products online. There's more advantages to using certain gateways for service businesses than there is for online businesses. Obviously, some transactions for services can be a couple $1,000s per service, so you don't want to kind of incur those same fees or be at risk for those type of transactions. And if you're online, you want to make sure that it's seamless, easy, protected, and that everybody's taken care of. So the payment gateways you guys have available online, the most common major ones is PayPal, Stripe, Authorize.net, and WePay. Those are the ones that get integrated into your checkout page, and they safely and securely encrypt the data that's from the credit card transaction, and then they grab the funds from that credit card and then they pay you directly to your account. So it's pretty much a third party that's making those deposits into your bank. It doesn't go directly into your bank. So they need to verify that it's not a fraudulent transaction, and then they give you the funds. So those are the most common ones for your online checkout if you are using your own hosted website. Another option for a payment gateway is Shopify. And you guys may hear me preach this throughout this entire channel, but I truly believe in the Shopify platform because they are definitely making it super easy to do your business. So when it comes to payment gateways, what typically happens is that you have to code them into your site, or you have to plug them in, and you have to make sure to buy SSL certificates and all this other stuff in order for you guys to get that little lock button that says this site is secure. That either takes you a couple of hours to learn and a couple of hours to really implement and make sure it's secure, or you pay somebody to do it. Now Shopify automatically integrates it into their site, and it's all included in the plan that you buy from them. You're able to install multiple gateways, such as the ones that I just talked about earlier, and Shopify also has their own payment gateway that's pretty competitive with them as well. So all in all, it allows you to simply check out and have a very seamless transaction. So they're not going to a third party, they're not going to a different site, they all stay on your website, and you're good to go to capture that payment and get paid on a regular basis. The most important thing that you want to consider when using a gateway for an online checkout experience is that it is encrypted. And what that means is that you don't want customers' information out there, so you do need to take the time to use a third party and to make sure that your site is secure and safe in order for a customer to check out. Once again, customers expect their information to be private. Definitely consider those as your primary online gateways, and definitely give Shopify a shot to just make that all completely easy and not have to worry about it. So you could really truly focus on selling and marketing your brand and not have to worry about some of the logistical stuff. I really think one of the coolest features that they do have on there is the fraud alert. They'll literally alert you if a transaction is fraudulent before they process it. So if somebody's ordering a product on a stolen credit card and then the payment is processed and then you ship the product out and then the owner of the credit card reports it as a fraudulent transaction, then you can get a chargeback and have to pay that money back, plus be out on your product that you already shipped out. All right, so you definitely lose big if you don't have a fraud prevention system. And Shopify does have a very cool one that like literally will tell you, hey, this is a possibility for fraud. Contact the person that bought it. You know, and their email and their information is right there for you to hit them up on the phone or send them an email and say, hey dude, you need to verify this because it's seeming that it's a fraudulent transaction. And that way you protect yourself and you protect your business from anybody trying to do scams and using other people's information, because I think one of the biggest things afterwards is the trust on your brand and on your behalf. Because if that fraudulent transaction got reported to that customer, then they're going to see your brand as like, oh, that person's freaking allowing stolen credit cards to be processed through them, you know? So you always want to make sure that you keep the integrity of your brand and your e-commerce site very high, so you're not considered somebody not to do business with. Now, of course, the payment systems you choose are all structured differently as far as like how much they cost or how much the service is based off of. So like Authorize.net has a different payment structure than PayPal and Stripe, and everybody kind of has it a little bit different. So for the most part, they're all about 2.9% plus a couple cents off every transaction. So what that means is that they're offering you this protection and this service for a transactional fee, and then they're able to cover their fees to the credit card company through that transaction fee they give you. So the very standard rate at 2.9 plus a couple cents means that a $100 transaction will cost you $3 to process. So you won't be getting the 100, you'll be getting the 97 to your bank account. And that's the cost of doing business, guys, in order to keep your site secure and to keep your payment safe. Now, if you have an e-commerce store and you're invited to events, whether it's trade shows or other things going on in your community, you're going to want to have the ability to process transactions through credit card. So really good ones off of that are obviously the PayPal and Stripe. They give you the ability to manage your customers, manage your online payments, and overall add your products to them very easily, actually. And then you also have Shopify, who does have a mobile app as well. And their mobile app is really cool. I'm gonna try to shoot it up here right now for you guys to see it. So what it does essentially is that it allows you to track your inventory that's on your website to your mobile app. So say you're storing a bunch of inventory for events that you would otherwise also be selling online. So say you're selling that last logo black shirt that you had, and then somebody buys it online. If you don't have a way to communicate between the two, you're gonna have a customer that bought it that's not gonna be able to get it in time, and you're gonna pretty much have to apologize to one or the other. So what Shopify did is that they offered their inventory system directly to anybody that has an account with them. So what that means is that if you're selling online and you process through their mobile app, then it'll automatically remove it from the website. So you don't run into any issues about overselling something that you don't have in stock. It's a beautiful thing, very easy to manage, extremely easy to organize and update pricing and information. Honestly, Shopify's killing the game. Just want to make sure you guys are aware of that as well. But nonetheless, PayPal and Stripe are very cool. If you don't want to have to pay on a monthly basis for Shopify, PayPal and Stripe are really good options for mobile payments as well. Which brings me to my last point, is that you want to make sure that you do have an account established with the major credit card processing gateways. So PayPal, Stripe, Square, make sure you get an account with all three of them, because you want to have the option to be flexible. Say one of them goes down or something happens with one account, you don't want to be left in the dark and not being able to process because you didn't have another one. So make sure that you set up your accounts through them. All you're going to need to have is an EIN number, your business name and information associated, plus your bank account. So if you follow the steps on starting a clothing line, you'll know that once you have that information, you're able to open up a business banking account with a checking and savings account, which allows you to deposit your money into those accounts. Now, a very good tip from a banker friend of mine was that you wanna make your deposits go into one or the other accounts. They actually recommended that I open up a separate account just for online transactions, because what could potentially happen is if anything goes wrong for whatever reason, you have a bunch of transactions coming in and then they flag it for something, and then the account gets put on temporary holds. You don't want all your funds in all of your major funds account, because then you won't be able to access them. So just make sure to try to move it into a different account. Then that way, if anything happens for whatever reason, like, you never know, you're able to still have operating money to move the business forward. All right, so just keep that in mind when you're opening up an account as well. Just a helpful tip for everybody that stayed watching to the end of this video. You guys will thank me later if anything happens. So there you have it, guys. I hope this video was helpful. Just to sum it all up and kind of wrap it all together, if you're a service-based business, definitely consider a payment processor that has better rates and flexibility for a service-based business. If you're selling products online, definitely make sure that you make an account with all the major ones, and consider Shopify for a very seamless customer experience that allows you to secure your website. Once again, as you know, I created this channel to help entrepreneurs continually to move forward on their business. There's a lot of information out there, and I just want to make sure that you guys are well prepared for what's coming. All right, so I appreciate everybody that subscribes, likes, and shares this video. If you definitely want to help out more, I do have a Patreon account, which is like a donation account that you guys can send money to, or just kind of make a dollar donation, whatever it is. Whether it's to give me some water while I'm filming these videos, or whatever you guys want to donate, I'm cool with. That helps me continue, grow, and build the channel. And at the same time, if you don't want to donate, I completely understand. But if you are moving forward with any of the business tools that I recommend, I just ask that you use my links in the description. Just hit the little show more button down below, and then it'll open up the list of description, which is going to have the links that are associated with what I mentioned in every video. Now, if you click on any one of those links and then you buy something, and whether it's that same week or that same month, I get a small referral fee, which allows me to continue producing additional content and continue providing you guys with these types of videos. So if you're not going to donate, if you're not going to share, but if you are moving forward and you enjoy this channel, I greatly appreciate you guys using my links in the description. And you guys can find those descriptions on any one of the videos. So yeah, just use those before you make a purchase, and it helps me continue building and growing my reach. And more than anything, guys, let's stay connected. Let's stay talking to each other. I highly recommend you check out the newsletter, because the newsletter has thousands of you guys subscribed on there, eating up the information that I give. And I really spend some time with giving you guys some good content on there. And it's twice a week that newsletter goes out. So after the 10 steps are done, you guys will continue getting stuff coming directly to your inbox. And I don't sell the information, and I don't do anything fishy with it. You guys are my family now, you know, so I want to make sure to take care of you guys all. So yeah, just subscribe to that. And if anything, if you guys have any questions, just comment down below. Once again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. I appreciate you guys. Look forward to meeting you guys all very soon, and let's get it.